Yeah, I felt like that. And it's interesting how God works with me personally. During that time, I was feeling that way. I got a call from Kanye's auntie, and they called me in for an interview. They heard about me doing some. Actually, a friend of mine called me and said, "Yo, Kanye West and his mother are looking for someone to come in and teach music for their foundation." And I said, "I'm not really interested. You know, I'm at home producing. I'm making beats." And she was like, "Yo, you really should consider this because you know you love working with kids. Why not?" I said, "Okay, cool." Right around that time, I was kind of transitioning from, because I was in there, I had a legion of beats. I needed something different. I needed a change. I needed I guess, just a different scenery. And so I went ahead, took the interview, sat down with Kanye's aunt and another gentleman that was out of school and told them what I did and everything. And, you know, basically they loved the interview. They told me to come back maybe 3-4 days later and to do a live presentation for some kids. And I was like, what do you mean, for a classroom? And I was like, yeah. So I said, okay. I tore my studio down, packed it up, put it in my car. I didn't get no sleep that night, created a little curriculum, took it to the school, set the equipment up in front of the kids, did a little intro, who I am. I made a beat on the MPC machine in less than 5 minutes, and the kids erupted. They were like, yo, we want to be in his class. I was like, I'm not hired yet. Like, this is just what I do. Afterwards, a lady was sitting in the back of the room. She called me to the back after the interview, and she was like, that was absolutely phenomenal. I think Kanye would love this. And I said, cool. She's like, you have no idea who I am. I was like, no. She said, I'm Kanye's mother. I'm Donda. Dude, I was like, what? And she watched the whole thing. And from there, like 3 days later, she hired me and brought me in to create the curriculum, the lesson plans, just everything. She said, everything you have in your head, I want that on paper. And I want you to take all the technical stuff and turn it into where a kid can learn it. And that's what I did. And so for 6 years, because it was hard, it was difficult at that time, producing and making money, God allowed me to do that, still doing music, but now getting paid for it on a consistent basis, and now teaching what I know to kids. And that was amazing to me. Man, I felt like here's an opportunity for me to put a piece of myself into someone else. And that was powerful, because kids are like sponges. And if you can take the time to get their attention first, they'll listen to anything you say. If you can literally get them to hone in on what you're saying, they'll listen to anything. So once the music aspect, they were so mesmerized and captivated by what I was doing that they were willing to hear what I had to say for them to start doing it. And so I was able to implement a piece of me into these kids. And I'm talking hundreds of kids that have gone through my training and gone through workshops and gone through me sitting down counseling and consulting, and it's just instilled. So now they take that into whatever industry they're in and use those things.
Thank you for watching A Wise Way. Subscribe to stay updated, share to pass the knowledge, or view our other videos on the left.